All right, let's break it down. Go ahead and give the kiddos 15 minutes of wiggle time back with that video, or, anything, kind of like a self-soothe time, anything, like just chill, because we're just going to break down what they learned today, and, just take a second. Okay, so I'm going to do a breakdown like this today instead of just writing it down on the slide. Thank you so much for navigating Google Slides with me while I've been sick and under the weather. My voice hasn't been 100%, so I wanted to make it easier for families to gain the information without making it hard. All right, so what did we teach and what did they learn today? Okay, so let's hit our main points. Language, which also is going to tie in to direction following. We're going to hit motor skills, recognition and memory patterns, and textiles. Okay, so we'll start with gross motor skills. So today's activity did both gross and fine motor skills. Gross motor skills are going to be like navigating the moving of the hands. To pick up is going to be the fine motor skills. So the picking up, however they picked and then sorted is moving both those gross motors and fine motors. Those are both super important, especially the grasping, because ultimately we know that this turns into so many other fine motor skills that we need, like picking up pencils and writing, and eventually, pretty much every movement we use. So we really want to strengthen those. And so pick and sorts are perfect for that. And they're super easy because you don't even really need anything. A dollar store box of pasta gives you hours, gives you days, gives you multiple. And if they eat it, it's not the end of the world. It's pasta, right? Okay, language. So you're probably thinking, Skyler, how does this teach language? It's noodles in a cup. Well, you are teaching them either to label the colors, label the type of noodle, teach them how to say the bin, and that one, good job. You're teaching them all kinds of different words that they're going to use in their life. Sometimes it's not necessarily going 1, 2, 3. It's really just naming the things around them because it gives them the language to identify the world around them. So great, you're doing that without even realizing, right? It's pretty cool. Okay, and textiles. So the different types of noodles, whether it's the same type of noodle with different colors or different types of noodles, you're still teaching different textiles. Because they're touching the noodles, they're touching the bin, they're touching the table around it or the floor around it to get the things. And if you want, change different textures of pasta, cook the pasta, make the pasta as it is, hard. Cook some and not others, and or change the colors. I know that with spaghetti noodles, you can change them with food coloring. So to play with those textures. It's a great way to get them to explore tactile and textures so that they can learn to touch for themselves and figure out those sensories. Okay, last one. Pattern recognition. So you think, well, they're just sorting noodles, Skyler. It's not a lot of patterns here. There is. The patterns not only is the type of noodle into the cup, which is the pattern of placement and memory, but also the textile and movement. You're learning to pick up and place in. And that is a memory recognition. It's a motor skill. This is called rote memory. This is how you learn through repetition. And that is super important in childhood because that's essentially how you're solidifying skills in childhood, is we're just doing it over and over and over again. And as an adult, that almost seems silly, right? Why would we do something over and over again? We get tired of the mundane, repetitiveness. But kids don't. It's still an adventure to them because of the way their memory is. It kind of resets. So things are still an adventure, and learning new things is exciting because it's new. So as we continue to just do it again and again and again, and yes, it might get a little boring for us, but it's not boring to watch your child experiment and explore and learn all these new things and be excited. So recognition of memory patterns and motor movements, super important, and you're doing a great job. Okay, so now that I've just thrown a bunch of words and a lot of stuff at you, we're going to do our cool down, and then we're just going to end our day. All right, let's go.